While growing up in Birmingham, I started my religious education, and my first teacher was Hujjat Islam Syed Amir Hussain Naqawi. I started my sarf and nahv, the Arabic grammar and syntax, under his supervision. This was in 1993. During my A-levels, I started my Arabic grammar and syntax. I also studied under many other scholars, studied logic, jurisprudence, which is basically ahkam and fiqh, some usul al-fiqh, ulum al-Quran, tafsir. And then I went to Qom. So having studied 2 years, I went to Qom once in 94, and then I went back in 1995. And that's where I started my studies in Qom al-Muqaddasa, the Holy Qom. My role models were my teachers, many of the great scholars like the great Ayatollah Khomeini, and there were many scholars from the family like my grandfather. There are many ahadith of Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam about ilm, about knowledge. At-ta'allum fi as-sighar kan-naqsh ala al-hajar. And he says that always seek knowledge when you are on hungry stomach. Innamal ilmu fil ju'i wal juhud, and hard working. I first spoke in public when I was about 17. And that was in front of an audience of probably 100 people. I was under pressure, but then slowly, after coming back from Qom, the Holy Qom, I started speaking at the age of 22, and that was the beginning of my public speaking career. Besides my public speaking and teaching, I also started writing and translating, and that started in 1999. In fact, even 1998, you can say. We will now show you some of my works. This is my library, which I started when I was a student in Qom, and most of these books I have bought in Qom. And while I was a student, most of the books are in Arabic and Farsi, but there are many books in English and also in Urdu. These books are on various different topics, on tafsir, on hadith, Nahj al-Balagha, commentaries of books on history, on theology, on philosophy, on logic, on comparative studies, on the rights, on many different topics. And the library covers literature, Arabic literature, Farsi literature. So there are many books on jurisprudence, on principles of jurisprudence. And there are certain writers which I have taken all the books of. So the entire library was built over the past 30 years. But the first book I started translation of is the book Kitab al-Tawheed, the Book of Divine Unity by Sheikh Saduq, which is over 1,000 years old. It is a work that I started in 1999. I stopped and started again many times. It was very difficult for me to continue, and it took me about 9 years to complete, and I published and completed it in 2008. So there are many people who edited. And alhamdulillah, it is translated into English by myself. My other books include the translation of Principles of Faith, Muqaddimat Usul al-Din by Sheikh Wahid Khurasani. It was published by his office in Qom, his madrasa. There are also other translations. The broken bead, which is also his speeches on Fatima Zahra Salamullahi alayha. Hadith of Mi'raj by Sheikh Majlisi.